Okay, when you're off the farm, what kind of entertainment kids have?
One of the entertainments that we enjoyed was going to these outdoor movies that they set up outdoors we had a country gas station and somewhat of a store not too far from a farm that had a ball dam and everything, and some people with a movie projector would come out there and set up in the evening in the summertime. Then we'd sit around on the ground and watch movies.
What'd they use for a screen?
He had a screen. He bought some temporary screen he put up. And then we could sit on the ground, and sometimes they would pass the hat if somebody wanted to throw a dime or something in it, They were kind of like a volunteer admission. And that would have these at like a little town close by, a Big Bend, which we used to go to a small town village and buy groceries sometimes. They had a grocery store and a cafe and a little ball diamond out there. So
Big Bend and Hagen and
Big Bend, Hagen. And it used to be in Big Bend, and that was a scheduled outdoor movie during the summer. At a certain date they would be there, and then the whole family would go there and we'd sit on the ground watching. A lot of times those old scratchy western movies that he probably bought his films that were almost worn out from the theaters, and then they go on and show them.
They talking movies?
Yep, they were talkies. Like we had some of these little towns like Watson and Big Bend, and these country stores out there like Lovenmouth Corner Store and the Deviason gas station. And they would have it probably scheduled maybe once a week sometimes, and they would go there in the evening after the chores were done on the farm, and the whole family get in their own driveway and they sit on the watch the movies.
Well, the Tobiasons or the gas station did they make some money from it?
Well, what he did, probably his main, for what people would buy, like candy and pop or popcorn or whatever that he sold there. So that's how he made his money when these people came and thought of it. And some of the little towns like Watson and Big Bend, the merchants would pay the movie person to come there because it attracted people. And they would come in and do their shopping, the farmers. And that was the biggest entertainment. So that was almost small.
Did you get to buy candy then and pop?
Yeah, we buy a candy bar and bought a pop or So and he sold gas and sometimes he probably had a few groceries there that he would too, but not a big grocery store. It was mostly gas station.
Can you remember any of the movies? Just mostly westerns and Westerns. The movies? Like, can you remember any of the movie stars or?
Some of the movie.
Who the stars were?
Movie stars?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was. There were probably before Gene Autry and Roy Rogers and them. That were more modern movies. He didn't get any real later movies. It was usually older ones. And
no singing ones?
I think I remember one cowboy actor, western, would be William Boyd. That one name comes to mind.
Tom Mix?
Tom Mix, probably. That were people that were popular in the 20s and into the 30s. So it seems like it was mostly westerns here.
So did your mother like the movies?
Yeah, I think she'd come too. My mother and dad would come. And otherwise, we were pretty small then, so we'd drive the car.
Yeah, so even
they
during-
would drive, and then if they went to Watson or Big Ben, they usually did a little shopping and watched the movie.
So
And
this is during the drought, depression, and
that was in the 30s.
yeah.
Early 30s and on up till about probably was going yet, probably 1936, 37, somewhere in there.